Hey everybody, welcome to my Perilous Moons guide. If you're like me and you look for a guide for Perilous Moons on YouTube and notice that they're all 20 minutes long and everybody's covering every single little teeny mechanic on this fight and was thinking this is probably overkill just to get into some mid-game content, this is the guide for you. Yeah, I wanted to do this to get into the combat achievements, get them out of the way. Super simple stuff, by the way. Or you might need a full Blue Moon set to get some Master Clues done. So yeah, this guide, I'm going to cover everything you need to know as quickly and concisely as possible. And I'm yapping a little bit right now in this intro, but I promise I'll get into it. Now the video is going to be roughly 10-12 minutes long because I'll show you an example kill. I'll show you the full, cycle. But yeah, let's get into it. So you want to have a full set of your best melee gear. Now there's 3 bosses. One's weak to stab, one's weak to slash, one's weak to crush. Cool. For stab, I'm going to bring my Noxious Halberd. For slash, I'm bringing my Sildor Dragon Defender. And for crush, I'm bringing the dual Macchiato. For spec weapons, I'm bringing a Void Waker. You don't need it. If you have it, bring it. If you don't, cool. Otherwise, the Crystal Halberd is great. I bring both because sometimes you got 30 spec, sometimes you got 50 spec. Simple as that. I'm bringing a rope. You can get a rope in the minigame, but I just like bringing it to be slightly more efficient. To get there, I'm going to use the Pendant of Eights. If you don't have that, I'll show you which Quetzal teleport you can use to get there. I'm bringing a Construction Cape. It's just to bank after I'm done, like multiple kills, or like I want to leave. Basically, you don't need to like hit your rejuve pool in between kills. The minigame is self-contained. Your potions you build there or you craft there, and the food you catch. So all your supplies are gotten at the minigame. You don't need to bring anything with you, food-wise and potion-wise. Then lastly, I'm going to be summoning Thralls and Death Charging, so I have the runes and the book for that. Totally not needed. So let's teleport. If you open up the world map, if you don't have this port, you can use the Quetzal teleport. Brings you up here. Just run down to where I'm at. There's even a closer Quetzal if you've built it. I haven't built it, so this is where I'm porting to. Cool. As I run over there, I'm going to go over a few more things. I'm going to move my head out of the way quickly. Let's pop open the plugin tab. I am going to recommend you get the Tile Pack plugin. It's going to look like this, and then you can type in Moon. And then if you haven't done this before, you just click plus, and it's going to add all the tiles on the ground. There's not a lot of tiles, but the ones for this are pretty good, so I recommend that. Let me jump back into the corner of the screen, and here we go. Well, we're not actually starting yet. We're running to the place. I want to show you guys exactly how to get there. So you just run north. Now, each boss has 2 mechanics, or 2 special attacks, rather. And when you join the fight, you're not always starting from the beginning of the fight. You might be halfway through the fight or near the end of the fight. Now, you always need to do 500 damage to these bosses. But yeah, depending on when you join, you might be, after the second special or before the first special, or you might be in between phases. That being said, I'll walk you through every single mechanic. So don't worry about that. So you get into this room, run northeast. And before we go over the actual boss fight and boss mechanics, I'm going to show you guys how to get your food and potions. So you run up this way. And by the way, run energy, there's a way to replenish your energy. I'll show you that. But really, after getting set up here, you're never going to be running out of run throughout your kills. So we're running up here. We're going to click on this stovetop. So make cuppa. That's going to give you full run. Now let's make our potions. So you click on this, you take from herb supply crates. I reordered this. That was one of the bottom options, but put it to the top to be more efficient. First time you click on it, you get a pestle and mortar and 2 vials of water. Click on it 3 more times. Cool. Now you've got 8 vials of water. Next, you click on this grubby sapling. You're going to get 8 worms or grubs. Then use your pestle and mortar on them. Then use your paste on the vials. Then you can drop your pestle and mortar. So this potion acts as a super combat. It's actually even better than super combat because it boosts your defense to 125, assuming you're 99 defense. But it also restores your prayer. So next we're going to run south from where we just were. And you're going to click on each of these rocks 1 time. That's basically your character is going to attach a rope. And then you click on this bush. 2 or 3 lizards are going to run out, get trapped. And you catch the lizard. And do it one more time. Now, you can also catch fish. Fish, the amount they heal scales based off your... It's between your cooking and fishing. And then these, it's between your HP and hunter. And when I mean between, there's like some formula. It's like half of your hunter, or like a third of your hunter level. Or no, a third of your... It's half of your hunter level or a third of your HP, whichever is the lowest. So in my case, it's a third of my HP, so these heal for 33. Anyways, we got all of these. When you cook these, they convert to 2 or 3 pieces of food. So I'm only going to cook one of them to start. Now, when you're more comfortable with this, there's like a better spot in between kills to catch these lizards. I'll show you exactly where that is. But yeah, here we go. Now we got 3 pieces of food. We've got all our potions. We are ready to start. First boss is the stab boss. And before I jump down, let me drink my Moonlight Potion, which again is a super combat. We're going to go down. I might activate Piety. So this is in between specials, which is good to see. You want to stand on these glowing tiles. At all times, stand on a glowing tile. Here's the first special. You get pushed here. Birds circle around you. As soon as the birds disappear, you control click the corner tile. And click the next one. You don't even have to wait in the corner. You just control click as soon as you get there. Now there's other people in this room with me, but I have Entity Hider on, so you're not seeing them. Control click over there. And then we're going to click on this after orbit tile as soon as we're done. There you go. And you know you're done when the tile starts glowing. So this is where I would normally resurrect my thrall. I would spec, but I'm not going to because I don't want to push it too quickly. If you don't stand on the glowing tile, you're going to take some chip damage and you're going to build up a curse on you. It's the same for every boss. Each curse does something different. Don't worry about it. Alright, next special is going to happen soon. For this one, you're going to get ported to the middle of the room, or pulled. And now you just need to click where the boss spawns. You don't have to click on it, just in the direction. And you're going to be attacking the boss. He's going to do this 15 times, but if you see the HP in the top left corner of the screen, he's already dead. Easy. 1 out of 3 completed. Next, you run east. This is where I normally catch the lizards, because it's kind of like on the way. But since I already have them, we don't need to do that. Next, equip your crush weapon. And click here. Turn on Piety, summon your thrall, blah, blah, blah. Alright, this is one of the specials. You need to light this brazier on the left, light the brazier on the right, and that prevents the boss from healing during this phase. Now, mind you, the boss barely heals in this phase, so just stand here, just AFK. You really don't need to do anything for that special. If you do get hit by some of the tornadoes, all it does, you take a little bit of damage and it turns off your run. But my advice to you, just AFK until it's over. Make sure you're always on these tiles. When they move, click to the next one. Alright, the next special, our weapons are going to be stolen from us. Oh no! Just click on whichever ice tomb has the sun under it. And get your weapons out of there. Don't stand on the ice. So complicated. Am I right? Step back and attack. You can get 2 kicks in. When you're done, move away. You have quite a few tries. Not tries, like you'll see it keeps happening even though you've gotten your weapon back. And then I have this tile here. After frozen weapons, that's where I'm going to stand. This is going to glow. Boss is going to spawn. We're going to attack it. I'm going to drink my potion. Keep my prayer up. Again, you can spec the boss. I'm just not specking because I want to make sure you guys are seeing all the phases. Turn off Piety. Now we're here, and now we run east. Ignore the random stuff I wrote on the ground. We run east. Now it's slash boss. Equip my Blade of Sildar. This boss is special. I don't even want to say it's tricky, but it's like the trickiest out of all of them, but it's really not complicated. It's happening right now, so I'm actually going to wait. You can see which mechanic's happening from up here, actually, before you join. So I guess that's another tip. Not that it changes much, but I want this to end just so I can show you from the start. It should end very soon. Doesn't last that long. Come on. And we're done. Okay. Perfect. So this is like the start of a cycle. So you attack the boss from your tile. Move to the next one. So his first special, I shouldn't label it as first, but one of his specials, because like you're never going to get them in the same order. Or you might not get them in the same order. So one of them is the rain, the blood rain. You get thrown. I'm going to make my way to this after rain tile, because that's where I want to be after this attack. But all you have to do, look, I'm not going to move. If blood pool appears under my feet, I move one tile over. Okay, let's pretend one's under my feet. Ooh, move out of the way. Cool, attack the boss. Very simple. So the next special we're going to get is the Jaguar one. A bunch of Jaguars are going to spawn across the room, or around the room. Whichever one has the glowing tile, you run to it. Okay, I'm going to stop attacking because I don't want to finish them off before the phase. Or the special. Alright, we just happen to be here. Hit the Jaguar. When this tile behind you fills up, you step on it and you click on the Jaguar again. Look at that. Tile fills up. By fill up, I mean, like, look, the circle expands. As soon as this tile is completely full, click on it. Click on the Jaguar. So at the start of the Jaguar, you take 15 damage. But every time you hit the Jaguar, you heal some HP back. Cool. After Jaguar, you go right over here. And you smack the boss. And that's basically it. So again, this is where I would be thralling, or, you know, you can death charge after each boss to get your spec back. Cool. Every boss is dead. You see these little check marks on your screen. Go claim your loot. So you run south. You can pray melee as you run through these Naguas. I'm gonna run over here. And then, there we go. The chest is here. Claim loot, see if we get anything. No, did not get any uniques. I mean, we got the darts, which are cool, but that's not like an actual weapon drop. So you click bank all. And most guys that I saw don't tell you where to go from here. Run north. That's what you gotta do. Run north, re-equip the stab weapon. Because look where we are. This is where we made the potions. You just rotate your camera and you're back to the first boss. And that's it. So the one thing I'm going to leave you with, if you are taking a lot of damage from the bosses and like your curse is building up, because maybe your defense is not that high or your gear's not that good, bring a shield. The higher your defense is, the least likely the boss is going to actually hit you, which, like, obviously, right? But when they don't hit you, the curse doesn't build up. So the curse only builds up when they hit you. So yeah, bring a shield if you're taking a lot of damage. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, leave a comment on the video. I'm also streaming on Twitch and YouTube. YouTube, it's this channel, obviously, so Momentine on YouTube. And on Twitch, it's Momentine, but with an underscore at the end. I'll stream on both at the same time. And yeah, come check out the stream. Come hang out. If you have any questions, like I said, leave me a comment, and I will answer them. Peace. Good luck on the loot.